Rock bottom. That's where I found myself after the divorce. It wasn't a sudden crash, but a slow, grinding descent into a place I didn't recognize. The silence in our home was the loudest thing I'd ever heard. It was a physical presence, heavy and suffocating, echoing with unspoken words and the ghost of a life that was no longer mine. Every object seemed to scream a memory, every empty space a reminder of what was lost. I was adrift, a stranger in my own home, haunted by the question that played on a relentless loop in my mind. Why? If you know why it ended, if there was a clear reason, a betrayal, a final conversation that drew a line in the sand, that's your closure. It's a bitter pill, but at least you can hold it in your hand. You know its shape, its weight, it gives your pain a name, a target, but it can also become a trap, a rabbit hole of what-ifs and if-onlys that you can obsess over for years. If you don't know, if it was a slow fade or a sudden departure with no explanation, that's a unique kind of torture. You're left fighting a ghost, shadowboxing with questions that will never be answered. Don't torture yourself trying to solve a puzzle when you're missing half the pieces. You may never know the whole truth, and you have to make peace with that. The closure you're looking for won't come from them, it has to come from you. It's not your fault that you didn't get the ending you deserved. The next step is acceptance. Not acceptance that it was okay, but acceptance that it happened. It's the radical act of looking at the wreckage of your life and saying, this is where I am now. You have to give yourself permission to move on, and that starts with giving yourself permission to feel everything. Grieve if you need to, and you will need to. Grief isn't a tidy, linear process. It's a storm. Some days it's a distant rumble of thunder, and other days it's a hurricane tearing through your living room. Let the anger come. Be furious at the universe, at them, at the situation. Let the sadness wash over you until you're exhausted. It's all part of the process. You are mourning a death, the death of a future you believed in, and then, for many of us, comes the escape. Go out, party, drink, be a rebellious teenager again. The noise is a welcome distraction from the silence. The temporary highs feel like a reprieve from the constant low. You try to lose yourself in crowded rooms, hoping to outrun the loneliness that's chasing you. It's a desperate attempt to feel something, anything other than the crushing weight of your reality. But don't get lost in that escape. Let it be a chapter, not your whole story. Because the truth is, you can't party your way out of pain. The loneliness is still there waiting for you when the music stops, often amplified by the hangover and the emptiness of the night before. It took me nearly 2 years of wasted nights and hollow mornings to truly understand this. 2 years of running in place, thinking I was moving forward when I was just digging myself deeper into a hole. The turning point wasn't a lightning bolt, it was a quiet, terrifying moment of clarity. I looked in the mirror one morning and for the first time, I was more scared of staying the same than I was of changing. Don't indulge in this phase as long as I did. Nothing good comes out of it. When you're ready, when you're tired of being tired, take the next step. This is the hard part. This is the beginning of the real work. Remove them from your social media, block them. This isn't an act of immaturity or revenge. It's an act of profound self-preservation. You are building a fortress around your fragile, healing heart. Never check what they're doing online. Curiosity will feel like an addiction, a phantom limb you can't stop trying to reach for. Don't let it pull you back. Every time you look, you are reopening the wound, comparing your messy, painful reality to their curated highlight reel. It's a game you can't win. And in real life, stay away. This means creating new patterns. Find a new coffee shop, a different grocery store, a new park to walk in. Don't put yourself in places where you might run into them. It's not about hiding, it's about giving yourself the space to exist, without the fear of a chance encounter sending you spiraling. You're building a new map for your life, one that doesn't have them on it. Once the noise of your old life fades, you're left with that silence again. But this time, it's different. It's not empty. It's full of potential. This is where you begin to rebuild. You rediscover the person you were before the relationship, and you meet the person you've become because of it. You pick up that old guitar, you take that painting class, you call the friends you lost touch with, you start to fill your life with things that are yours and yours alone. This is about reclaiming your story. The divorce is not your whole identity. It's a chapter, a painful and transformative one, but it is not the entire book. You are the author, and you get to decide what happens next. The scars will remain, but they become a testament to your resilience, proof that you survived something that was meant to break you. Episode 1 ends here, but your journey is just beginning. It's a slow, deliberate walk back to yourself. Be patient, be kind to yourself, Your story is far from over.